Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of Broadcast UGC. I'm Galactrix, and I'm here with my co-host Bazag.
Hello, everyone.
And also this week we've got Cerberusfilms joining us, and our guest author this hello, and our guest author this week, which is Mark Valentine, aka H2O Rat.
Hey guys.
And he's currently doing the robot.
Oh, of course.
So, H2O Rat, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. Currently, I work for Perfect World Entertainment, and previously I was at Cryptic for 3 years, and I ran the trailer department. So all the big trailers you saw come out for Stowe or for Champions, I usually made those. And I had two other guys that worked for me that would also help with video production. But currently I oversee video production for all the trailers for all the games for Perfect World. And the last trailer that I actually made, big trailer, was probably the teaser for 2800. So I'm doing a little bit more management these days, a little bit less trailer production, but I still like to get in and get my hands dirty. So
that sounds awesome. I played the final episode of the 2800 today, and I saw the spacewalking that was in the trailer. I really liked that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great feature. There's plans to use that for other things, which I won't give any spoilers out, but you will be spacewalking again.
Yay!
Yeah.
Just make sure they add in the moonwalk, please. Just a moonwalk emote. I want to be outside DS9 or on Luna just doing a moonwalk.
There's actually a dance move from Champions. I'm sure it's here somewhere. That is a moonwalk. It might be a dance all, or let me just take a look here really quick. Maybe the mix does it, but we definitely have a moonwalk somewhere in here. So don't quite know how it's going to work with an EVA suit on, but I'm sure if anybody can make it, you guys can.
So can you tell us a bit about your Foundry mission?
Sure. Well, this goes back, I don't know, probably about 4 months ago. Word got out a little bit about my modding background, and I've been modding games, for years. I probably started way back in the NetMech days, so like late 90s. I started modding games, and I was a really big part of the mod community for Neverwinter Nights, the first one. In fact, I made the first add-on creature for the game. I made multiple creatures and multiple things, but I kind of kick-started the whole mod movement for adding content as far as new critters to the game. And I made Loth, which is the drow spider queen. And word kind of got out about what I did, and for the first Neverwinter Nights, and as you guys know, we are making a Neverwinter Nights game. It's not necessarily a follow-up to what BioWare's done. It's a little bit different, but there is a Foundry aspect to it. So there's going to be a way of making your own missions and sharing missions with your guild as well as the community. So the original EP of the game asked me to take a look at what they were doing for the Foundry compared to what the Aurora engine did. And I actually walked through some of the key people on the game through BioWare's engine. I showed them I set some stuff up and showed them the power of the tool. And so I started playing with the Neverwinter tool set and providing. I'm actually on the Foundry team. There's a small team. It's a group thread that emails go out. We kind of give our feedback on new features and things like that. And during the process, that EP had left, and Craig took over. And Craig approached me again and said, we're kind of anxious for you to take a look and see what we're doing. Can you start messing around with the Foundry and maybe even bring some of your old Neverwinter content over to our Neverwinter engine or our game? So I've been starting to do that, and when I was in there, I've been playing STO. I was a big player for Champions for about 2 years, big part of the community. And I did play Stowe, but I didn't play it that much. And I got back into it when we went free to play, and I've got almost 2 level 50 characters now. Really loving the changes that the team's done to the game. And so since I was messing around with Neverwinter Nights, I was like, let's see what we can do with Star Trek. It's out there, and people can actually start playing with it. So I decided to make my own mission, and some of the objectives that I had. Anytime you make a mission, you should obviously have some goals in mind of what you want to try to accomplish. So not only did I want to give a lot of feedback of some things I think that we could use to make the tool more robust, but I also wanted to make a mission, like take what was there and try to do the best I could with what we had to work with. So really what I wanted to do is make a kind of a sweeping experience, almost like remaking the experience of watching one of the epic Star Trek movies. And if you think about it, we don't really have a lot of those missions in the game, either from the Foundry or the official missions. We have tons of missions, but nothing that really kind of goes to the level 11 on the dial. Basically, like First Contact, where the Borg are resetting the timeline, and Kirk's there to save basically not just the Federation, but the entire Alpha Quadrant. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit more up there, a little bit, turn that dial once again to 11. So that was my first goal. The second goal I wanted to do is I'm a pretty competitive gamer, and a lot of the missions I play are fairly easy to play as far as the challenge level, right? You can sometimes even walk away from a keyboard and your boss will kill everything. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I did, I wanted to make sure that it would challenge the player, not necessarily make it STF hard, but I wanted the player to have you need some skill to get through this without dying, and I wanted to challenge some players out there because I know by reading the forums, and even I'm in a fleet, so I talk to my fleet members a lot, and people are looking for a little bit more challenging experience in STO, so I kind of wanted to address that as well. I also wanted to show some of the life or situations outside of the military. There's some really great episodes of Star Trek that get out of Starfleet, and what I mean by that is, like, for instance, the two-part series in The Next Generation, where I think it was the Gambit, where Picard gets kidnapped by a bunch of mercenaries. Right, they're basically treasure hunting. You get to see kind of the seedy side outside the military. So I wanted to have a little bit of that in this mission, where it's not necessarily all about the military. And then the last thing I wanted to do is, I know the challenges that we have in the Foundry toolset right now of doing certain things. Right, we can't really do a lot of forking or branching objectives or secondary objectives. But I kind of wanted to see what I could do with what we had there. So my goal was to take two types of players. We have our diplomatic kind of player out there, right, who basically, they don't hate combat, but they want to, Star Trek is not all about going there and killing people, right? It's about negotiating and representing the Federation. So I wanted to have a mission that allowed you to have those choices. In the same avenue, there's a lot of gamers out there like me that like to shoot things. So I wanted to make sure that you had choices, right, where you can go in and again, I want to basically say, like, you've got your Picard answer or you've got your Kirk answer, and basically have the story actually dynamically give you different results, different branches as you go down the storyline, depending on if you go Kirk way or if you go Picard way. You guys are all Foundry authors, and you're very experienced, I would say, experts at what we have right now. And you know how difficult that could be, what we have to work with. So, we're going to play the mission. We'll see how I did.
I wouldn't go so far as expert, but...
Go ahead.
I wouldn't go as far as, say, experts for myself, but, well, we do know.
Well, I played some of your missions, guys, and you know the tool set pretty well. I've been pretty impressed. I shouldn't say pretty impressed. I've been very, very impressed of what our community does. And, I know, I like I said, I've been a modder of games for years. And I used to give BioWare a hard time back in Neverwinter Nights. In fact, the end of the first year of modding, IGN had a contest, and basically it was the best of certain categories, like the best creature mod, the best module design, the best machinima piece, and I actually won, I think, 3 of the categories. So, I've done a bit of modding, and my background actually is visual effects, so, I know 3D modeling and all that kind of stuff pretty well. But I'm not a game content designer. I didn't go to school for game content design. My background is multimedia design, which blends into a little bit of gaming because you have to understand UI and basically how people interact with certain things. And then visual effects. So, anyways, that's a little bit of kind of about my background and what my goal was for this mission. So, anything else before we kind of jump in and shoot things?
I think we should just jump in and try the mission out. Sounds
Yeah.
like a really epic mission.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys been through it, by the way, or is this your first time?
This is my first time. I've never been through it.
Yeah, this is my first time as well.
I've played it once.
Let's try this. Since it's your first 2 times, why don't you guys decide what answer we're going to go through? You'll see how when I was talking about the Picard or the Kirk answer. You guys will be the jury, and you tell us which answer you want to go, and we'll go down your path.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Sounds good.
so I'll just start. Yep, I'll just start by reading out the description you've got here for the Rising Phoenix, Part 1. Inspired by epic Trek events that require the best of the best to answer the call and save the day, those Kirk, Picard, Cisco moments where the galaxy's fate balances on the edge of a knife. Duty and sacrifice are your watchwords. Do you have what it takes to save the Federation? Or will it fall into the shadow? So best played is a single player mission. We've got a group of 4. Run time's around an hour and a half, challenging combat for level 41 plus. So
there you go. And by the way, that
here's the.
I was going to say that teaser, that little intro you just read, that's for Nemesis Chicken. So,
Yes, I remember he said something about that on Podcast UGC this week.
yeah.
I should
So I didn't
probably
mean to go ahead.
You were saying something Galactrix, weren't you?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. I was just gonna say I've got a Saurian that I've got the Grant mission dialogue that I'll read. Vice Admiral Talar, Starfleet intelligence requires your presence at Starfleet headquarters in San Francisco on Earth. Speak to Commander Yabo in Building 2 when you arrive.
Okay, so this is Commander Wanda Yabo at Starfleet Academy. And she says, "Good day. I have a coded message for you from Starfleet headquarters. It seems that the brass is calling on you once again." She hands you a data pad and you decrypt it with your thumbprint and voice authorization.
Activate data pad. I'll do this one.
You want to Scriboli? Okay.
Vice Admiral Talar, I am Admiral Scriboli. Scriboli, yeah, that's it. Vice Admiral Captain, I'm Vice Scriboli of Starfleet Intelligence and supervise the operational team that monitors our outpost on the Romulan border. I have been watching your career for some time, and now I believe you are the right person for an urgent assignment. There is an encrypted data pack containing a very alarming log entry from one of my agents who has been stationed along the Romulan border. Retrieve the data pad and review his personal log entries, then hail me again on this secure channel. Scriboli out.
Understood.
Is there a backstory to getting these weird names? Because we get weird names.
That's actually my ex-girlfriend's last name. So she's an engineer in real life, and her last name is Scriboli, and she loves Star Trek. So that was for her.
Your security code and thumbprint decrypts the data pad. The screen display comes to life with the image of Starfleet Commander, whose face reflects urgency. A red alert klaxon can be heard in the background. Personal log. Admiral Scriboli.
You're gonna be Steele, Oliver?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be Steele, you have to go get a cigar as you talk and put it in your mouth.
This will be interesting.
It's got that gritty military thing. Yeah. Go ahead.
Admiral Scriboli. No, I can't do it. You do it, Mark.
I have to go get a cigar now. Okay. Admiral Scriboli, I have successfully transferred the USS Yosemite as the first officer. We have reached the Riemann outpost on Cryon 4, as well as the Federation orbital station, science station on the outskirts of the system. There were no signs of the colonists or the scientists, as you feared, Laura. No bodies, and only residual trace of therion radiation, which would seem to indicate the Romulans are involved in this matter. Our away team has just returned from surveying the radioactive remains of the Riemann colony, and suddenly have become under attack from an unknown vessel using some sort of hybrid Borg weaponry. We simply can't figure cuts out.
Hail, Admiral Cerberus.
Vice Admiral, have you reviewed the situation? I've rerouted the USS Yosemite to survey the area under the guise of conducting peaceful research on the cluster of nebulas in the region. Now the ship has gone missing, and this is the last message I had received from Commander Steele. There have been reports mounting over the past 2 months of violent and surgical strikes against ships and colonies in the area. Starfleet is, of course, concerned, but because the matter is technically in contested Romulan space, we are obligated to not provoke the Romulans or Remans by trespassing into what remains of their territory. It is a very delicate matter.
I reviewed the log.
I know your record. I know you're a dedicated officer. The Federation needs you. With the growing tensions between the Federation and Empress Seelar, all of our recent Romulan diplomatic attempts have failed, and Starfleet is alarmed at the possibility of Seelar continuing Romulan experimentations with Borg technology. We may have to step in, even at the cost of igniting a war. I've cleared a search and rescue mission for our missing ship, but Starfleet needs you to find the truth, discover what or who is behind these recent attacks, and find my missing agent. When you are ready, I have your disembarking orders. You will need to acknowledge the assignment via a terminal in the commander's office here at the Starfleet. Godspeed, and may the ship return safely.
Understood. My crew and I are ready.
So the instruction is use console in Commandant's office. Okay.
Right. Now, there's something that I had to do here, and this is just a comment about the state of the Foundry right now. Before I had the mission go to the next point, it points you here, but the way this works is I had to force it to keep this acknowledge Admiral Scriboli on your mission thing because people weren't seeing it, and they were flying to Cryon 4 without talking to this guy. So they were breaking the mission. They couldn't figure it out, so I was getting a bunch of 1 stars. So you'll see when we do this trigger, there's a bunch of weird triggers here. Like, you know, you look at your options that you can do on public maps, and there was like, I can talk to a plant, I can talk to a bottle. You know, it's like, well, what am I going to talk to make this thing make sense, right? So I saw the monitor in here, so I figured, you know, I'd have to write the story where you have to like acknowledge your orders through Starfleet through this guy's terminal. So, anyways, and there were some comments where when we go to the next part, that this mission's still up there is not solved yet. But that's the reason why I basically, because it's a Foundry issue right now, and I had to do that because people were getting lost. So I hope you understand that for the next map.
Yeah, we kind of understand these kind of things where people can miss an objective because I don't know if it's a Foundry issue where the mission tracker doesn't seem to work like it does in cryptic missions in the game. Like if you're not at the system that you're supposed to be in, usually in a cryptic mission, it actually adds a little thing like go to Deep Space Nine or something like that. Right. But in the Foundry, it doesn't automatically do that. If you're meant to interact with something on Deep Space Nine, it doesn't tell you to go there first, which is why a lot of Foundry authors have to actually type in specific instructions in these objectives, like naming their next map, go to Deep Space Nine, just to get it to show up as go to Deep Space Nine in the thing. So
yeah, we obviously have a lot more control over in our dev tool set, and we can't do a lot with public maps. And that was the problem I found that when I was making this is I wanted to put a waypoint in here to drive the player to this terminal, but you can't put waypoints on public maps either. So it's one of the issues I'm bringing up. It's like, I mean, I understand that we don't want to put contacts in here because it'd be a little weird because it's going to affect people's games, right? Because they're walking through this public map. Yeah. But things like waypoints, so we can give directions. I mean, nobody else is going to see that but the player. So again, that's that was part of my goal was as I'm going through this building this mission, is making this list of things that we need to address in the Foundry. So,
just a side point: do we have this coffee, this flask in the Foundry?
I
Anyone?
don't. I mean, I know it's in the. I've used it plenty of times in my cutscenes. In fact, I usually come in here and kick it over onto this guy, but because it's dynamic, knock his coffee. Oh, I can't knock it over today. There's another mug that's usually over by his terminal. I usually kick over. I don't know. I know we have a martini glass. I mean, there's. You guys have like 5% of the assets.
There's a few glasses. Yeah, there's a few glasses.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's actually a
I'm looking for a
thermos
flask. Yeah.
Well, there's a ton more
every
stuff being checked in for you guys for this big summer patch that you guys are getting for the Foundry. So I don't know what's in it, and I'm sure it's still being worked on what's going to be in there. But again, it's going to be like Foundry version 2. So I look forward to it. Let's keep going because we'll be here until tomorrow. This is a big mission. So
let's continue on a little bit. Yeah.
Sir, the crew have been recalled from shore leave, and the ship is at the ready. Acknowledge Admiral Squirrel's orders.
Beaming, yay.
Nice sequence beaming, guys. That was very coordinated. Just on my screen.
One by one.
I hope in the new Foundry update there is like the option of controlling whether we beam out or transition the animation we use. Because sometimes it's a bit strange beaming off your ready room or beaming off your ship's bridge.
Yeah.
Beaming out of a shuttle.
Again, it goes back to the Aurora engine, and there's a bunch of things you can do. Like when you put a critter down, there's a bunch of things you can. Well, you can write your own scripts, which you won't ever be able to do in this engine. But when a critter has certain functions, like when it dies, it can trigger a certain thing, right? Basically, let's call them FSMs because that's what we're giving you. We're giving you predefined functions that you drag and drop, right? So let's say when a critter dies, we should be able to trigger an FSM if you want to. Or when a critter does a map transition, like you're saying, you should be able to trigger an FSM. And that might be an animation, it might be an event, whatever. But we should be able to control things a little bit better. So anyways.
Shall we head into it? And I always like seeing the warp effects used. Although I would have removed the sun is the only thing.
Yeah, you know what I did is I ended up going through and relighting each map. Again, my background's visual effects, so I wanted to give a color palette to each map now. When I went back and made all these revisions, so each map now has a particular color mood or a color palette based on what I'm trying to kind of, subliminally give a message to the player. So
that's interesting.
But
yeah.
Just like you would color grade a movie, right? So
yeah.
As long as it's not orange and teal, like Terry doesn't like.
I like orange and teal.
Oh. Yes, you're probably one of the few people who do.
Well, it has its time and the place. Anyway, sir, we're entering the Chiron system. I have a navigational beacon at the Yosemite's last known location.
Let's continue.
That's a very snazzy looking Odyssey you have there.
Yeah, so as you can tell, I've been running many, many STFs. Actually, almost all my ships are geared out now. All right, so either Baz or Galactrix should probably decide which one. In fact, why don't you just guys take turns? So Baz, go first. Do we want to avoid the Romulans or do you want to help?
Well, I think they're going to probably detect us anyway. I'm going to hail.
You're going to hail? Okay, so we're clicking hail. All right.
I am Sub-Commander. I am Sub-Commander Talvek. You are trespassing in Romulan space. I demand you leave at once, or you will be considered a spy and will be fired upon.
Very nice. Very nice video. All right, so are we going to do a diplomacy or military?
Galactrix?
I would pick diplomacy.
Okay, so we're clicking diplomacy.
You do
Which is
realize
probably
it's going to be diplomacy the whole way through.
That's okay. That's again. That's why I wrote the mission this way. You're never going to make a mission that everybody's going to be happy with. It's impossible. So, like I said, I try to at least give something for somebody who's a little bit more, pew pew player and a little bit more diplomacy player. So, somebody, there's something in this mission for somebody, right? So.
Okay, so how many mobs would have spawned if we went to the military stance?
You're gonna have to go back and replay it with a group just to find out.
Very well. You may continue your rescue operations, but we will be keeping a close eye on you. If you approach our ships, we will take it as an aggressive response and open fire. Do I make myself clear, ship?
Close hail. So we're flying through a little ion storm. Who got the pop-up? There should be a bridge officer pop-up about the iron storm.
I got a pop-up before the Romulan guy, but you must have all seen it.
Yeah, there's a volume there, so we must have skipped it.
We've got a question from the chat room. Which nebula was the iron storm?
I believe there's actually volumes called ion storms. There might be nebulas. I don't know, to tell you the truth. Again, I wish I could. Go ahead.
No, we've got.
It was one of the red ones. Again, I deal with hundreds of different things when I do the cutscenes and work on our trailers. There's hundreds of different droppable objects in our library, so I don't know them all. By name.
Okay, there she is.
There she is.
Someone
I actually hadn't seen it yet because I hadn't reached that spot. You must have been ahead of me. So I was thinking, where's the ship? There she is. She appears to be listing hard to port and badly damaged, and I'm not detecting any life forms aboard her. Life support is still functioning on a minimum level.
Okay. Continue.
So there were faint readings of Thaleron radiation, as well as traces of plasma weapon fire, and magnetometric residue. I am also detecting a transport pathway leading away from the Yosemite. It could be the engine signature of a Borg vessel, but I need more time to analyze the data. Unfortunately, the trail is dissipating at an alarming rate. Is signature spelled right, or is that the American way?
No, it should have an A there. Signature.
You're right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm also making notes of all my typos.
I sent them all to you at some point.
You didn't catch that one.
Because you told me to stop.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, the Borg, are you sure?
I can concur with the tacticals report. Whatever hit the USS Yosemite shares energy signatures of both the Romulan Empire and the Borg. Our experiences with the Borg tell us that they use magnetometric spatial charges. If you decided to board the Yosemite, we should inoculate you against the traces of Thaleron radiation. My readings show that there isn't enough radiation to trigger a cellular breakdown, so you won't need EVA suits, and I can inoculation you for the small amount of radiation that we're detecting.
Tut tut.
That needs to be fixed too. Okay.
Just one
My
question.
grammar is good.
Your grammar is good. With a Z. Just a point. I didn't pick it up on that first time, but can you inoculate against... See, this is why we should have Terry here. Can you inoculate against Thaleron radiation?
I imagine you would try to against any radiation. If there's enough, it would kill you. But anytime you go by any dangerous, it's not a pathogen, but anything that's deadly to your system, I would imagine you'd be inoculated against. So all I know is
also heading over
there's a lot of hypoaction in Star Trek. So I wrote some hypoaction.
Yeah, I believe
heading
in the episodes.
Just check.
Oh dear.
Take the J.J. Abrams movie when Per Kirk got how many hypos when he's just trying to get on the Enterprise.
And you're actually checking memory alpha now, Bazag. I think it's hyaronolin they use to inoculate against radiation. Anyway.
And hopefully, the next time we'll have by season 6 we'll have EVA suit volumes. Like
Volume.
we've got the And please give us damage volumes. Damage volumes. That's all I want.
Well, the EVA suit is a damage volume. If you take your suit off, you'll slowly die. I think it should just kill you, but
it's quite funny.
It takes a long time to die. It's like I want to basically go red outland.
There's no mention of inoculation.
It's 30 years later.
But yeah, but it's enough time. It's almost it's 30 years since it was used. So,
and again,
go with it.
There's a small trace of it. It's not like
So we transmit our stuff back to Admiral Scriboli.
All right. So Scriboli action. Who's Scriboli here?
Yeah, that's me. I understand, Vice Admiral. We don't want the ship to draw attention of the unwanted guests, but it is vital we found out what happened to the Assemblite's crew and to my agent. I recommend sending an away team over to see if you can discover anything that might reveal what happened to the crew. I'm ordering my old ship, the USS Yukon, back to Starfleet headquarters so I can rendezvous with your team and we can go over any information that you turn up. If we can offer Starfleet any solid evidence of Riemann or Riemann experimentations with Borg technology, we'll have the green light to send in a task force.
Understood. Ooh.
We're running a full scan on the wreckage and analysing the engine wake exiting the area. It will take at least an hour, which should give you plenty of time for a trip over.
Form an away team.
Form an away team and beam over to Yosemite.
Beam over.
So is that meant to be a question or a statement?
Statement.
Okay.
You're not actually saying it. You notice when I'm having you say things. And that's another thing I don't like in games when they tell you what you say. Because
I don't like that.
Half the time it's like, I would not say that. So I tried as much as possible to basically not do like, your character says this. There's a couple times when I do that. When I do that, I put in quotations. So that was just an action. You formed an away team and then you went down.
Okay.
So you'll notice again, like I said, if you say something, it'll be in quotations.
Yes, I did notice that.
So I take it you don't like. I suppose some games are a bit sort of different. I mean, with STO and most MMOs, you're coming up with all your character backstory. Whilst with something like, even with the Old Republic, and especially with Mass Effect and those sorts of things, you've got a set character sort of thing, don't you?
Right.
So
I don't mind it as much. If I get it, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There is some limited character selection in Mass Effect, but it's only you get like 3 or 4 choices of 3 items of 3 different each.
Yeah.
And so it's hardly much at all.
And again, I don't mind it in Mass Effect as much because you get a payoff. You get this visual payoff, right? You get these little cutscenes.
Yeah.
Now, if I was able to do the cutscenes, I would have gone to town on this mission. But as you know, you can't do that, right? So it's funny because when I got a 2-star rating on this mission because the guy's like, "You're a dev. I wanted you to do this and this and this." I'm like, that wasn't the point of the exercise, It's to use the tools that are out there and see what you can do. So, anyways.
That's the other thing. Can you tell people so that we can add in like a reply section in the reviews, just so that we can reply to people to no, we can't do this.
I'm taking notes, so I will forward that to the team.
Where are all the crew?
Let's check the captain's log.
Let's check. Yes, and a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire here.
And
a big thing I want us to be able to do is to rotate objects on the y-axis, so we can place things better. If you notice, I mean, you guys have used the tool set. You can't do that. So be so great to put something down, be able to tilt it, or do what you need to do to place it better.
Yeah. Good job of destroying the ship, by the way.
This is an Olympic ship or something. Interior?
This is a science ship. It's I believe the bridge is the Olympic, but it's supposed to, it's supposed to be a science ship. It's a Noble, I think I use, and I definitely want to show the bridge. It it makes sense that if you're going to go anywhere for find out what happened, you go to the bridge. But I have so many freaking comments on my trailers about you guys can't show bridges or whatever. And it's like, well, at least I made one mission where there's a bridge. So.
All right, so who's going to do this, Captain of the Yosemite?
I can do it if you want. Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
This is Captain Jonathan Perez. We're under attack by a vessel with unknown markings and using Borg-fashioned weaponry. Our shields are down and they're not answering to hails. We need to... His face turns stone cold with fear, and behind him you can see the ship console screen flash with the Omega Directive warning. Oh dear God, the transmission ends.
Transmit findings to Starfleet. Now, if it wasn't ominous before, it's definitely ominous now.
Yes. Hopefully you guys know what the Omega Directive is. I know you're both huge Star Trek. Yeah, okay. I was afraid that
I just completed watching the Voyager.
Perfect. I know it was only in one episode, but I do explain it later on, but I know there'll be some players that don't know what this is, so...
There's a couple of points in this mission where they are literally oh shit moments.
Remember I said about turning the dial to 11? So that was what I was going for. Those big, epic, the world is on an edge of a blade, and it's up to you to save it. So, all right, Scriboli, you're on.
The Omega Directive? Are you sure? I will have to call an emergency meeting with my superiors. Let me know what else you discover, and if you find out what happened to Commander Steele, if you find out what happened to Commander Steele, Scriboli out.
Sir, I am reading a power feed emanating from the cargo bay transporter pad. It seems to be on some sort of looping diagnostic cycle. I also believe the astrometrics lab is on that deck. They may have been performing scans of the system before they were attacked, which could provide some additional insight on who attacked them. Understood. Whenever I see astrometrics now, I just expect Helena to be there. I hate her for that.
I do like that you use the same trick that Scotty did in one. I can't remember what TNG episode it was.
Yep.
Well, you've got.
I really wanted to have. You'll see what happens. And I'll say what I was about to say. I'm going to wait to say it when it happens, but so I'll shut up and I'll say it when it happens. But just,
okay.
And we can't do it, right? But I'll talk about it.
Turbolift is slightly thingied. It's like it's crashed into another turbolift.
Oh, you see it? It doesn't look like it on my screen. It actually looks fine.
Yeah,
so you're getting geometry collision, huh?
No, it's a bit of a shaking, as in the camera's shaking.
Ah, okay.
No, I was talking about the turbolift doors lip on the other side is.
Oh.
Like the stock one on the ship is like stuck onto it. If you see it, it's like stuck through the side of the turbolift. If that makes sense.
Huh. I don't see it.
Anyway,
but I trust it.
Oh, okay. My game.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's just me.
No bodies? I don't understand. What would take the crew's bodies?
Let's go to C deck.
It's deck C, not C deck. Get the order right, sir.
The heat waves.
I'm only seeing a Kirkfat and us in the chat room now.
Yeah. Oh well. Ooh, pretty colors.
Oh, there you go, Bazag coming out the lift.
Ooh, some fire. Fire! And what's this environmental
fire?
effect you've got?
There's quite a few, actually. There's low grav, first of all, because the ship's in a condition where the magnetic plates no longer work.
I love low grav.
There's heat wave to kind of illustrate the fact that life support's on minimum level. So it's basically the temperature's up in here. Put the EVA suit on. There we go.
I don't have mine yet.
There's ash, which I just wanted to show like stuff floating because it's zero. It's basically low grav. I would have preferred to have something else besides ash, but that's what we had. And there's camera shake. So those are the volumes.
Is that actually purple fire there, or is that just the environment?
It's
smoke
purple.
over fire.
Yeah, it's smoke added to the. It's the brain smoke effect added on top of fire.
Oh right, I gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. It's quite cool actually. I'm detecting a high level of Thalaron radiation on this deck. We should be okay if we don't stay too long. Well, Galactrix is going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Just walking very slowly.
Fine. If we're going to put our EVA suits on.
I don't have...
Let's do it. Let's be the... You don't have
be
one.
Left out. No, not on this character. Oh, that's so cute. Look at Ratty. Look at Ratty running about. Oh, so it adapts to the hands as well. That's quite cool.
Yeah. All right.
That's really cool.
So, lead on. Where are we going?
Yep, we're going.
I like this. The little... I like this asset. The sparks. I love them.
Yeah, I probably should push them just a little bit closer and a little bit down, but that's like the final tweak pass I need to do.
Yeah.
So there was a big
an
pyro
explosion
effect that happened. Yeah.
over there.
Yes.
Watch yourself. The ship's structural integrity
this ship
still
is in
seems to
danger.
be unstable, and we need to be alert to any possible hull breaches. These astrometric computers look like they still might be functional. They may contain some useful data of what occurred here. Please, just on your next pass, just put Helena here, lying dead.
Dead. Okay.
I tell you what, if you send me her costume file, I'll make her one of the dead crew members.
That can be done.
Okay, I downloaded some data.
The astrometrics logs have been downloaded to the Raptor, to the ship for further study. Alright, so the heat haze. So the heat haze doesn't actually cause the same disruption as it does on space maps. Interesting.
But remember when we go to the shuttle bay, there's a glitch in the sky file. So that's actually an error on the actual sky file, is my guess. It's the actual sky file, which is a dome, is not part of that map. It's basically cut off. So we just missed some more pyro. I wasn't watching, but there's another trigger there for pyro.
Jumping through the plasma.
Yeah, it was fun rigging this stuff up. I used to work at Kerner Optical, which is Industrial Light and Magic's practical division. So the practical guys, they always rig their stuff with like duct tape, and they always put notes on it like, this goes boom, or and they wear shirts. On the back of the shirts, it says something like, if you see the shirt running away from you at rapid speed, you're screwed.
Can I get one of those?
Yeah.
I like that.
So we just missed another pyro here. It triggers this plasma leak.
Yeah.
So when I was rigging this stuff up, all the triggers had basically pyro names to them.
Sir, this crew member's tissue is completely petrified and shows massive signs of Thalaron radiation poisoning. Make this helmet.
Yeah, I would love to add a volume if we got close to her. She would just turn to dust. But of course we can't do that.
That would be cool.
But yeah, that's going to be the future Helena. Send me that costume and I'll...
What
You have to name her.
pose is that?
There is a random freeze pose that we have. And it'll take them, and there's like 10 poses that it'll put them in. It's random.
Oh.
So when you come back
awesome.
again, she'll be in a different pose. Well, she could be in a different pose.
That's actually really awesome.
Okay, so that's basically frozen.
Yes. Yeah.
There's some more in here.
This dude doesn't look so good. Oh, he's blinking as well. That was kind of scary.
His eyes are blinking? Really?
Actually, I'm not sure. It may have been the it might have been the heat haze, but it looks like he's blinked for a second.
Nice.
Oh no!
All right, so what are we doing, guys?
I'm looking
Oh, yeah,
at
it's
him
activated.
and no. Oh, there he is. He just blinked. Yep. He just blinked.
Oh, well.
That's freaky when he's dead. It's I guess it's muscle spasms or something.
So, this is a transporter console that is cycling through a diagnostical loop. There seems to be 3 unique patterns in the buffer, but I'm afraid 2 of them have lost their structural integrity due to the system damage to the transporter.
Go ahead and activate it.
What? The captain! The ensign takes a moment to realize his surroundings. Are you the rescue team? Where are the others? Sulik and Mayweather were with me when the commander ordered us to the transporter pad. Comfort the ensign.
Your transporter pattern was the only one that was not degraded. I'm afraid we couldn't save the others.
So I would have loved to have 2 of the guys beam in, all deformed, and do the classic Star Trek movie.
Star
death,
Trek,
you know?
yeah.
That'd be
With
awesome.
Motion
Wilhelm
picture.
scream.
Yeah, exactly.
Put the Wilhelm scream in it, it would just be complete.
Which, you know,
Please.
we can use. That's public domain. Public domain
Yeah. I know that we're in the cutscene tool. When we get, we'll have access to most of the in-game sounds, possibly anyway. Would the Wilhelm scream be put into that?
we can
use
get
the
that
hell
there,
out of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we could
I
do
would
that.
use the hell out of it.
I don't think it's there now.
Oh.
We could add that.
Because it was in one of your trailers. I know that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could put wherever I want in the trailer. The trailers are totally different than, you know. Well,
Yeah,
I won't say
yeah.
that. It's totally different than what's in the game. But
Yeah, I mean there was the torpedo asset as well. Yeah, give us that, please. Anyway, the young ensign steps back in shock. We were just finishing up a planetary survey when a cloaked ship attacked us. The commander and our away team were here in the shuttle bay when the attack occurred. We had no warning, no chance. I saw my crewmates flesh petrified before my eyes. Commander Steele ordered me, Sulik, and Mayweather to the cargo transporter pad, and that's the last thing I remember. I can't believe they're all dead.
We're being held by a ship. Sir, a Riemann warbird just decloaked and is hailing us.
Put it
put it
through.
through.
Someone do an oversight voice, please.
All right, so we got the pop up because I didn't get my pop up.
Oh. I forgot.
Federation ship. I am Legatus Stellantos. You are trespassing in what is now considered Riemann space.
Military or diplomacy?
Yes. Whose turn is it?
It's Bazag
It's
and
my
Galactrix.
turn. We'll do military this time. We can't do all diplomacy all the time.
Oh,
All right, go
dear.
military. He pulls a gun out.
There is no need for threats, Captain. My ship has weapons locked on your ship, and yours to mine. We detected a small Romulan task force in this system and wanted to ensure that they were not hampering your rescue operations. We wish to offer our assistance. I will allow you to continue your salvage activities, but I require your permission to teleport a scientific crew of my own to run scans. You see, my people have also been attacked by a vessel in this sector that matched the weapon signatures that destroyed yours.
Teleport? Really? You haven't fixed that?
That's the one instance where I didn't find it.
So you're gonna have to smash sir. Just
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was like going through it when I ran at first. I was like, teleport.
I have a thick
Teleport.
skin and an EVA suit on, so I can take insults.
Really? I'm going to shoot you. Anyway, permission granted.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll stop the friendly fire. By the way, these remans, I don't know why, but they beamed in before we gave permission granted, so...
That's probably because mine somehow jumped ahead. It's a Foundry bug. I didn't get the pop-up.
Yeah. So we've finished our scan of the Yosemite and have a heading on the transport wake. If you wish to see where it leads, sickbay is standing by to receive the survivor.
Beam back and follow the trail.
Yeah.
Answering our multiple ships. You know, isn't it interesting how we all say the same thing and how all of our ship's crews say exactly the same thing?
It is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like...
amazing that we cannot beam the survivor back to each one of our individual ships too, to our own sick bay.
Well,
how would you like to be that survivor in 4 different parts? That's got to be pretty tough.
Yeah, we pulled a Joshua Riker, not Joshua.
I got his leg.
I think I've got
Thomas
3 arms. Yes, Thomas Riker. I have 3 arms, and they all look the same. Your tactical officer uses long-range sensors to scan the area. There appears to be a large orbiting station around Beta Prime, and a smaller station and a smaller outpost on its small adjacent moon. Based on Starfleet's intel, the orbital station probably serves as a supply depot for the local smuggling cartel in the area. It might be best to avoid that area and head directly to the moon. There is also a Ferengi cruiser in the system. Should we go shoot things, or should we not?
There's lots of optional shooting. Let's just keep going. We'll be here forever. Somebody's going to the base. Go to the moon.
Go to the moon.
That's no moon.
I am Dewan Tigno Gab of the Starship Prosper and Glory. Federation ship, you're in dangerous space. But if you are looking for trade and a good bargain, I recommend talking to my cousin Umag on the Lunar Outpost. Tell him Tigno sent you, and remember, I would avoid approaching... sent you, and remember, I would avoid approaching the space station. I don't think there would be any profit in that action. Only fools pay retail.
Sorry, that was a bit weird.
That was a pretty good Ferengi voice, I reckon. Not too bad.
My tactical officer is calling me. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys scan the surface?
Yeah. So orbital scans show a settlement on the moon's surface. The planet suffers from frequent quakes caused by its volcanic nature, but it appears to have a breathable atmosphere. Shall I assemble an away team?
Make it so.
Can't we shoot stuff first?
Oh, we will shoot stuff. We're about to shoot a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I don't like the ground combat. It's hard. It's mean.
Just be thankful you're on normal mode, not anything higher.
Yeah, so accept.
Sorry. Thought I had. Oh, Kirkfat's watching, and he's feeding a baby.
Well, he was. He's watching.
What's he feeding a baby to?
Well, I was thinking, how is he feeding the baby? But then
I was
stop
with
down that
a bottle. Yes, obviously.
It's getting late.
It's only 11 p.m. there. Come on.
You never know. It could be 2 a.m. when someone's watching it on YouTube.
Yes, but you're not watching it on YouTube. Are you?
Or am I? This is all a temporal mix-up.
Oh, that would be so freaky if it was.
Well, we are.
But, you know.
Oh,
Three different
by the way,
bundles.
guys, put your armor back on if you already haven't, because you will need it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I've got everything I have, and triple up, and just don't trust anything you see.
Triple up, and I'm putting
I
on
see a
my...
swordmaster over there.
Yeah. I hate you, the passion mark. Seriously. It's so mean what you did here. Just casually walking in carrying a rifle. You know, it's so much easier with a team.
Yep. Actually, like I said, with my bridge officers, I got through no problem.
That was painless. That's not fair.
I like how they flank you, though.
Yeah, that is cool. Did you just put them across on the other side of the map?
Yeah. Yeah, I basically did a bunch of different combinations until I got the best one that I liked. And, you know, it's, you know, they can path differently each time slightly, but I like at least the way I set it up, the vector they take.
Yeah. So who wants to do the Cardassian?
I already hit.
It
Okay,
just
so I
completed
don't
for
see it.
me.
Yeah, I did that. Sorry.
Yes.
I can do
Basically,
it.
okay, go ahead.
I think I know the man you're looking for, but I'm afraid I've not seen him for quite some time. Well, actually, it says quit sometime. But perhaps
All right,
the
take another
Ferengi,
notation.
perhaps the Ferengi know more about his whereabouts. I'm a simple weapon merchant. If you need any biotoxins, disruptor rifles, or explosive compounds, I'm your man.
Good to know.
Biotoxins,
I like
he's an
dancing.
evil man. I'm going the
No.
wrong way.
Ah, slave girls.
Yeah. Oh, you found a use for the giant slave girl.
Ah,
Oh, I've got plenty.
Federation.
Well, I won't say anything.
Pardon?
Nothing. Just keep going.
Ah, Federation. Are you interested in a trade, information, or just pleasure? I have buying goods for sale. We have a simple operation here: slave girls for your pleasure, dilithium mining, and the acquisition.
Acquisition.
Oh, and the acquisition. Yeah, write it down. Write it down. And the acquisition of rare goods, if you have the latinum. You have traveled a very dangerous path to arrive here, and the tingle in my lobes tells me it's information you seek.
Your lobes don't lie.
Well then, let the business commence. What can I do for the Federation?
All right, whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. They both seem to be kind of the same, but I'm not sure. How about just being honest and saying I'm looking for a human male?
Okay, click on that.
You must be talking about the loudmouth. Human, the tangle with Yang. Yes, not smart, that human. Nosy too. Always asking questions. But who can complain about the latinum he handed out?
Yang? All right, yeah.
The local warlord, a nasty Klingon that is rumored to have fallen from his house favor. He has a stranglehold on my profit margin and his protection taxes. If you could remove him, well, it would be good for business for everyone. Your human is his captive at his compound east of town. Take care, Federation. He is a nasty sort. And those Klingons you just killed, they were his men. I am sure he would like to discuss the early retirement with you. Remember the 192nd rule of acquisition. Never cheat a Klingon, unless you're sure you can get away with it.
discovered Commander Steele is being held, and then it just went away.
Captured by
Okay.
Klingon Warlord.
And you say, thank you.
Thank you.
Who else we got to talk to? Yeah, that's
Okay, we
another
still
thing.
got to chat with these other people, though.
Yeah, if we could, I suppose if we had the opportunity, you'd want to kind of change it so that you could, so once you completed that specific one, all the others would cancel. So,
Yeah, but we can't do that.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was the goal, right? It'd be great to do that, but yeah, we can't do
Yeah.
that right now.
Well, you could if you did it like through dialogues on the map rather than objective dialogues, I suppose. If that makes sense. But then it wouldn't be in the
You
mission
mean-
tracker, so it's all annoying.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
the player would skip it half the time.
Yeah.
Because there
Cool,
actually
Mark.
there's more information here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what were you saying? Sorry.
There is a couple contacts you can talk to that aren't in the mission chain. They give you a little bit more backstory if you go explore a little bit.
Alright.
But I guarantee you, like, most of the players won't ever go talk to them. So
Yeah.
Kuman! I know of him. He had dealings with Tar Omog, the lead trader on this outpost.
If you had latinum to loosen his lips, that should be 2 O's in loosen.
to loosen.
I'm sure he...
Pardon?
Sorry, go ahead.
Loosen.
Sorry.
I am sure he will talk.
Now, if you don't mind, I have to finish filling these invoice requests for our clients for our clients before next week's cargo run. What are these supplies you are preparing?
Sir, those items have Romulan markings on them.
Question him.
Question him.
Our client list is strictly confidential. Tar Omog will clip my lobes if he knew I was talking to you. Please, leave me to my work.
We discovered the Ferengi have Romulan clients that they are currently working for. I will leave you to your work.
Yes.
Now, I had these guys before closer to you when you spawned in, so it made more sense to talk to them.
Yeah.
But because they were getting killed by that first combat through AoE,
Yeah.
I moved them back here. So
Yeah. Whoop, someone just...
I
skipped
do
it out.
not know. Yeah,
I did that.
I do not.
Sorry.
I do not know the man you speak of. Unless you have business with me, move along. I am busy and have a cargo of rope coils to sell.
I like these your chat pop-ups that you've put in, like the for like the instead of what like the NPC chats. They're nice. They're quite nice,
Yeah,
and they add
yeah.
texture to it.
Yeah. Well, the goal is, like, for instance, I always believe in, there's an old Michelangelo statement where God isn't a detail, and if you do a lot of detail, even if people don't really see it, it makes whatever you're looking at come alive. Like, you go through
Yeah.
my trailers. There's a lot of things in my trailers that it's far in the background, and you can kind of see
But
what's
it's
going
just
on,
like
but
something.
it gives it life,
Yeah.
right? It makes it believable.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. Galactrix?
Okay. I don't know anything about the man you're looking for. Go ask the Ferengi. They run major trade operations on this rock and know what's going on better than anyone around here. I'm trying to negotiate a trade here, so let me be.
Okay. Sorry.
be really nice. In Neverwinter, we've got the voting mechanics like in SOTOR. So when you're in a group and you click on things, that'd be nice to port that over here.
Now, should we try and...
I love this
skirt
little
around-
dude. This little guy. He's like, can I have a sip on the virtue dice?
Oh my, he looks a little creepy as well, to be honest.
All right,
Just
so
a
we're
bit.
I
on
like
there.
how there's a little one over here that's running
This
around
is
all
quite
the
a
time.
dark map for a.
I really like this map. It's really well put together.
Yeah, I haven't seen a map where the lighting kind of goes dim and comes back again.
I take it that's an effect, is it?
Sure. I have no idea how I did it, guys. It just happened. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'll keep it.
Ooh, whoops.
Oh, you found one of the
I
extra.
think we-
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't find that before.
Again, part of my objective when I made this mission is to put Easter eggs and extra information backstory for players.
Yeah.
There's players that like to explore, right? Like, for instance, Nemesis Chicken said he would just run around the map looking. So
he runs
again,
around
you can
looking to
never
break
make
it.
everybody happy, but it's my goal was to feed something to every type of player if I could. So that was
So this debris pile contains should have an S on the end of debris, I think.
Debris.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's spelled debris with an S on the end. It's a silent S.
I thought it was one of those words that it's plural both ways, but I trust you.
Well, unless it's American, maybe your Yankee spelling.
Well, man, we have so much. Well, I won't. Just keep going.
I get slaughtered. I get slaughtered
current-
in ratings because I use British spelling. It's horrible. I had anyway.
Actually,
So
that's
it's
just me.
debris pile.
I go on your thing. I'm the guy. I just changed. I have like 50,000 accounts. And I'll stop. Okay, just keep going, guys.
So this debris pile contains damaged Borg technology. Everything is damaged beyond repair if my reading is correct, but I'm detecting damaged phase coils, plasma manifolds, the interplexing relays of all with Borg design features. 1,200 bars of gold pressed latinum to a worthless Romulan for this junk.
So it's basically junk, and then go up and start talking to him. He'll try to sell it to you.
It's actually, this isn't a standard debris thing, is it? You've had to custom make it.
No, it's a
assets.
Borg debris pile. It actually is a Borg debris, or Borg wreckage, maybe.
Is it just one asset?
Maybe multiple. I don't remember.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Should we talk to him or should we move on? Because I know there's a fair bit left.
Let's keep going.
Yep. There is also debris without the S in the guy's chat that I just looked over in the response.
I will fix that.
Like, all these objects, it's really cool. I haven't even seen this one, I don't think. Or is it like a water thing? Is that
That is a water filter. Yeah, water purifier or water something. It's into the water category.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Shall we skirt around these?
Yep. And that's another thing, too, is there's multiple ways of getting there, and there's a bunch of mobs. If you like to get in combat, you can do more combat, but you don't need to kill, right? Your Federation, you don't have to go kill her.
I'm going to kill this
not
one.
Not that way, Baz. Not that way.
Okay.
You're on your own.
He went Kirk. Baz went Kirk on us.
I'm just going to stand back here. Oh.
And here come his buddies.
Baz. What did I say? I must have really bad shields.
That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
It's not easy when you're doing it like by yourself. Or I might just have a really crappy buff layout, which I probably do. Ooh, not that way. Not that way. Skirt around the edge. When I was playing it by myself, this map took me a good half hour. Just because I kept dying.
I have a feeling they're running around one way and they're going.
Nah, I'm dying. Oh dear.
Okay, I think we got them all. There might be some more patrols, but we don't have to kill them.
Oh yeah, you changed transport you changed teleport to transport.
Yeah,
Good
I thought I found them all, although I missed that one. So be nice if we all beamed out, but yeah, it's only the main person, so
it's still a really cool thing to do. Where's transport?
This transport should get us inside Yang's compound.
Use transporter.
Yeah, using. I used that same effect in one of my missions that I did, a Klingon mission, and use it to do a fake beam out. So you do the beam out animation, but that wasn't the only but you still continued on the map because it failed.
That's cool.
If you notice in the chat room, Kirkfat said that was his favourite map. So because later on, like at the end of the show, we're going to play his bite-sized review of it. So we'll see what he thinks of that.
So they didn't spawn campus this time. That's nice. Last time I beamed in, I was killed straight away. I just realised Ratty and I are wearing exactly the same, well, except for the com badge, but almost exactly the same.
Yes, except I shop in the children's section.
Because you're a little bit... Yeah. People don't trust you when you've got... No, I'm not going to say it. I'm sorry. My brain.
3 Bazags.
Whoa.
Yeah, we should have done this on advanced. I think it would be a lot more fun combat.
Well, we could change. Couldn't
No,
we
you
change
can't.
mid
Once you
mission?
start...
Not now.
Yeah.
Oh, the scanning beam.
Yeah, I love that effect.
Now, what I would have loved to have done is had some actual functionality to it. So if it actually hit you, it would beam in more Klingons or something, like an alarm went off.
That'd
But
be good.
as you know, we can't do that.
Just like the steam doesn't even hurt me.
I love the steam and the grate, and it's just lovely. And this is actually quite cool. Was this intentional to have like these half below this grate?
But
These
no,
cave
I gotta raise them up.
wall.
Yeah, they shouldn't be in the ground like that.
It looks kind of cool.
Okay, I meant to do
I
that.
think.
Yeah, if it looks cool, yes, that's how it's meant to be. But if
It's an old visual effect trick when you're compositing a shot. And your visual effect supervisor looks at it and
Yeah.
he likes a shot. It's like, yeah, I meant to do that. If he doesn't like the shot, you're just experimenting.
Oh, this is a problem. Missing texture on the back of these supports.
Oh, what?
Of this support here.
Oh, that's probably DX11 stuff.
Oh yeah, you're
No,
right. No,
it's a
Yes, it's visible.
missing texture.
Huh, bizarre. There's no geo. It's not
Yeah,
textures. It's no geo.
There's
You can see on this
so
side.
many assets like this. So many.
You can't see
They're
it.
just missing the
Good
back.
catch. I've never noticed that. I will think about either taking him out or doing something with that. But good catch.
Oh, okay.
Just add
that's
another one on
weird.
the other side,
That's
facing the
very
other
weird.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 3D, what happens is there's no geo facing this side, so you see through it. That's how 3D works, unfortunately.
It's you lazy.
Unless you make an object
lazy
two-sided.
devs. Lazy devs.
Well, no. Well, to be honest,
I
the
know.
reason why you do that, you try to keep your polygon count down. So if
Yeah.
I mean, this object obviously is meant to be facing only one side.
Yeah, I know.
And-
Exactly.
I used it wrong. I was bad.
You were
Alright.
bad. Tut. I like this, the Bajoran hole, the Bajoran portal. That's quite cool. Just like to make it a smaller door.
Oh, the
but
the circular, yeah.
Yeah.
I try to make it not look total Klingon. I mean, this is a local warlord who's been basically dehoused. So he's turned to crime, smuggling, slave running. So he's going to have a mixture of different things. I wish we had more stuff in the Foundry to help illustrate that. But that was my goal, to kind of give him a little bit of backstory just by putting just junk in here.
And this floaty thing, which you had
the alien artifact
in the trailer.
Yeah. That shot was basically one of those classic Trek shots with a agent caretaker of a planet, right? Long dead civilization kind of thing.
Why is he running over there?
Because he's smart.
Oh,
he's got 4 guys with guns chasing him. That's good AI.
He's a Klingon warrior.
Bad Klingon, though.
Wait, so you're telling me that a Klingon swordmaster is the best AI in the game? It's quite, yeah.
In that case, he did the right thing, man. You should have begged for mercy and run.
Oh, it's here that I missed the stuff that you told me to see. It's nice that it's nice that you've dressed these long corridors a little bit.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more for coverage when you fire, but yeah, as you know, our covering it's an MMO, so we don't have true cover fire or coverage.
Yeah. Bit of a shame. There are some MMOs that are starting to come out with it. It's quite cool. Oh dear.
Okay, somebody watch our back too.
why.
They're flanking us as well. They're flanking us as well.
Apparently, there's Yang himself.
Someone help me.
I'm dead.
Someone,
See,
anyone.
one bridge officer can revive me.
Help. I'll try and set up until Fortress Force. Just keep me covered, boys. And not in that sense. Fortress. Come and heal.
Okay, I think we're done. Almost.
Stick and move, boys. Stick and move. There you go. All right. So that's what I meant by not being able to go in here and face roll on the keyboard kind of combat.
Yeah. You're up, Huck.
Oops. I hit clear. Sorry. I skipped that for you guys by accident. Do you guys have his first conversation box, or is it gone?
Well, I guess you're my rescue team, and I have Admiral Screwbally to thank.
That was
You would be correct.
So second box. It takes more than a Therion radiation attack to kill an old soldier like myself. After I saw what happened on the first attack of the ship, I did what I could to save most of the crew. I'm probably just making this up at this point and not reading the text. And I could save the survivors by using the cargo transport to hold their patterns in a diagnostic loop until I could make my way back and free them. I still had on my EVA suit, which protected me from the following Therion attacks. What I didn't expect was to find the attackers getting their hands on the source of Omega particles to power their new hybrid tech. As you know, the Omega Directive requires any Starfleet captain to ignore any standing orders, including the Prime Directive, and destroy the particles at any cost. I did what I had to do. I left this guy's basically from the country, as you can tell. He's Trip's older cousin. I left my surviving crewmates in the transporter buffer and quickly flew a shuttle to the alien's craft's hull where I docked. The Therion radiation must have kept me hidden from their sensors. When they transwarped out, I hitched a ride in the warp bubble.
How did you know about the Omega Directive?
You can thank that line from Cerberus. He's like, how does this guy even know about it? I'm like, well, okay. No disrespect intended, sir, but I'm afraid that answer is on a need-to-know basis. I had my orders for secrecy. How did you become a prisoner? And why do you talk like that? After reaching the system, I took my chances and taxed the shuttle to make a landing to find a way to contact Starfleet. Lady Luck wasn't on my side this time. I was spotted and they shot my craft down, but I managed to initiate an emergency beam out to the surface in time. While continuing my investigation planetside, I discovered the attackers were Romulans and had purchased Omega particles from the Ferengi. It's unclear where the Ferengi originally found the particles. I'm not even sure they really knew what they had sold to the Romulans. I'd like to get 5 minutes alone with the Ferengi trade master Omog. It would be a pleasure to question him on the matter.
Go on.
Omog discovered my attempts at using their subspace transmitter. The little toad sold me out all while reciting some rules of acquisition. Yang purchased me in hopes of making a trade with the Romulans in our next visit. If you track me to this barren rock, you must have found the Yosemite. Tell me, did any of the crew survive?
So basically what you're saying is that you would like to get your hands on that Ferengi's lobes.
And twist them off.
Yeah. And show them where a cigar could fit. No, let's keep going.
Informed steel of the survivor.
Oh, by the way, before we continue this and beam out, here's the one that Easter eggs.
True.
I was going to add a story where at the end, instead of killing King, he's up in orbit and he has a space conversation with you from a ship.
And
you're going to beam these. Yeah, he's like, I got a little surprise for Yang. He was going to beam these to his bridge, but I went the other way. I had to kill Yang. All right, so we inform him of the sole survivor.
Only one of the three. Yeah, only one of the 3 transporter patterns was saved. Ensign Sun was rescued.
This sort of thing, duty and sacrifice. Could you just add in honor to that as well, please? Just for a little plug to me.
Duty, honor, what else you want?
Duty, sacrifice, and honor.
You only have so many words you can put in that thing. So
yeah, I noticed that.
You have to make hard calls, man. As somebody who's trying to forge and craft a story, you only have so many words. So
does anyone know why there's a limit on the boxes? Because you notice if you play like cryptic missions or the latest feature episode, you can fit a lot more in those buttons than the text you can in the Foundry.
Dev hacks.
I don't know. All right,
just make it duty. Just make it duty, sacrifice, and honor, and just then put a dash and say Cerberusfilms. Yeah, okay. And just when you hit it, just make it so that they automatically pick up my mission, and that'll be all good.
And give you a 5-star rating.
Yeah, exactly. It's automatically 5-star rating.
I'm making notes. Yeah. I'm making notes. All right. All right. So the next box. So we told them that there was a survivor. We lost good people on that ship. I hope their lives weren't sacrificed for nothing. If we have to put a stop to these Romulans, Before I was betrayed by Omog, I discovered the Ferengi were making cargo runs to the Gideon system. It's supposed to be a deserted sector space just inside the Romulan border. A Ferengi wouldn't make such a journey unless there was Latinum in the making. We need to inform Admiral Scriboli and check that system out. So beam to our ship. Travel to the beta system. Set course for the beta system. Yes, because I clicked you twice.
Hold on.
Beta.
What?
Aren't we supposed to be going somewhere else? Weren't we just in the beta system?
No, it's the beta system. It is the beta system.
Yeah, we've got to return to space before we go to the Gideon
I know the
system.
guy that actually wrote this mission, and he told me it's the beta system.
Oh.
Really? Okay, interesting. No, I thought we were in the beta system.
Ah, crap, you're right.
I told you this before.
All right, change it. It's the Gideon system. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. That's what I get for making too big of a mission.
That's what you get for not beta testing it properly. Tut-tuts.
No, beta. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that was your pun.
I'll make it beta better next time. Or beta next time.
Beta. Make it beta.
No, it would be beta testing. But it's actually spelled with double E, so it's beta.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm confused tonight.
Because I know Serb likes to say beta.
That was actually a very good catch. I appreciate it. Even Kirkfat didn't catch that, so.
Kirkfat, I'm ashamed of you. If he's still listening. Anyway. So, we've just entered the system, I am detecting the Romulan ships on long-range sensors and a space station at heading 098. The station is far too far away to tell if it is active, but my gut tells me it is. There is way too much subspace communication for what is supposed to be a deserted sector of space. Now, is that really 098 degrees off?
It's pretty damn close, dude. So, and I did change the nebula heading too when we get there. So,
sorry.
All right. So, whose choice is it for decisions here?
I think it's my turn now.
Yes, that's pass.
Let's do the head to the planet one. Let's not, because there's a bunch of mobs over there. If we wake them up,
we haven't done space combat.
Just for time's sake, let's.
Oh yeah, time's sake.
Okay. Okay, we're going to give them a wide berth.
Okay, that was a good choice.
Aye, Vice. Aye, Captain. There is a large nebula heading 248. That I believe will mask us from detection. If you want a more stealthy approach, I have placed a navigational beacon down for the helmet. Understood. Yeah, you did get that one right.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to fly straight on.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So we've entered the nebula. The Romulans shouldn't be able to detect us, but we are sensor blind as well. I hope we don't run into one of their patrols here.
Oh, bugger.
Stand by, steady as she goes. I'm going to cloak, and I'm going to be awesome. Because I've got cloaking.
I may or may not be committing suicide.
Did you go middle? You just flew straight there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you are. Yep. I can... Yeah.
I'm holding my own. There we go. One more guy down.
Did you wake anybody up?
Yeah.
Oh, at least we didn't choose the Kirk answer, because you would have had a lot more friends over there.
It's fun fighting Romulans with beam ship.
Okay,
right,
now
I guess I'll come and help.
Just got to get out of this sector
dear,
interference, and then I'll come help.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I've solved
Got it?
Oh, there's a scimitar.
Well, somebody's shooting at me now.
Oh, I'm gonna go kill that guy.
Oh, you woke up a bunch of guys, man. I got a freaking scimitar and a warbird on my butt.
So do these guys, do they spawn... Wait, does this group spawn if you kill another group?
It's because you didn't go to the nebula, man. You woke them up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's cloaked as well. Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, the game doesn't know if you're cloaked or not, so... It'd be kind of cool if it did, but unfortunately it does not. All right, so that guy's dead.
Whoa, it's gonna shoot us.
Big beam coming.
It's gonna shoot us. Get out of range. Get out of range.
Oh. Why didn't kill me?
No, but your crew is dead.
It didn't kill me.
Let's take out the
my
small
crew
ship.
is gone, but I don't care.
You and your crew is just completely...
Crew's like goldfish, man. I just don't get more.
Oh dear. All power to shields.
So this was my attempt to make pew-pewers happy.
I like space combat. You've made me happy.
Yeah, that's great. They really did a great job with it.
I'm getting some significant lag for some reason.
Heavy plasma torpedoes.
I wonder why. Oh, I'll take them out. Fire roll to the rescue. Oh, I won't take them out. I was killed.
I didn't even see that guy do that thing he does.
Almost there. I'm coming to your rescue.
Yeah, wherever you do, don't go by the space station and piss off the space station, please.
Aww.
We'll be here all night.
You know what, I'm just going to come back to this map on my own. Can you just publish this map separately?
Actually, that's what when I ran it with my fleet. That's exactly what we did. Is we killed everything. Took us forever.
Scimitar! Out of range now. There we go.
Oh,
Well,
I'm dead. Oh, I'm not.
We've made
5%
7
left.
viewers happy. Just hold on and I'll
Dude, the only thing that's working on my ship right now is the coffee maker.
Wait, the coffee maker's still working? I feel that's like the first thing that breaks.
Oh, I just repaired everything.
I did. See, my crew are pretty darn handy.
Yeah, I've got 0 crew. Literally 0 crew.
And it's cloaked. Does anyone have tractor beam?
No, I don't. I don't think it works against scimitars though, because I've tried tractor beaming them before and they just cloak anyway.
Oh crap!
Ooh! Out of range now! Emergency power to the engines.
Ah.
It's been so long since I fought a scimitar. It's brilliant. Just concentrate on one shield facing. They're tough, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh, actually, I've got 15 crew now. Yay!
It came back to life.
Got
Through
one.
the magic of-
It's amazing how your crew can populate that fast during combat. Shouldn't they be at their
They're like
stations?
tribbles. They are tribbles.
I see what kind of ship you run.
Your crew is tribbles. That would just be amazing. It's like a whole crew of Horta. Alright, we're almost there. Where's he gone? There he Oh! Take him out!
There
Take
he
him
is.
out! Almost! Almost! Yeah!
Oh,
There you go.
yes!
Oh, that was cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Right,
You've
Oliver.
made my night.
Behave now, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna fly over to this station and
I think I'd have to fly to England and deal with you personally. Well,
bring your knives. will
Scotland,
you?
sorry.
Your extra stabby knives.
It was funny. Listen to the podcast UGC when Terry and Nemesis Chick were talking about it. And Terry's like, "Yeah, I didn't have to fight anybody." And you hear Nemesis Chick going, "What? You didn't have to kill all these people?"
No, because she reads. Sir, even in its current powered down state, that gateway is giving off massive amounts of tachyon radiation. I would have to say it is a device designed to open up a temporal tear in the space-time continuum, but that is only a theory. It's strongly shielded from a source generated from the planet. The shielding is strong enough to tear apart some of the nearby moon. Report Gateway Discovery at a Y to Admiral Scorboli. Yes, just
I
add a Y. to
understand. Yes. I understand, Captain. This is indeed alarming news. After meeting with Starfleet about the Omega Directive and your recent discoveries, they have agreed to attach the Fifth Fleet to my command. We are en route to your location and pushing our engines to get there as soon as we can. If the Romulans are indeed using the Omega particles to power a temporal device, things are even worse than I feared. We need to step in and put a stop to any attempts to alter the space-time continuum. Information is a resource we are sorely lacking, and Starfleet is counting on you to shed some light on the subject. Continue your investigation. Scribbly out.
End communications. Now, is this next map? This is the one where, if they're not prepared, everything's just going to go to shit, isn't it?
I'm not saying anything. I don't believe in handing out. I mean, I believe in you're a captain.
I'm not
man, or
saying
an
it.
admiral. Yeah, you should know better. There's been plenty of hints that what's going on. So.
Yeah.
But you're also the kind of
pity-
captain that just woke up half the Romulan fleet too. So.
Hey, I could have taken them all on. I did not need your help. You only made them all angry.
Uh-huh.
There appears to be a satellite array covering roughly a third of the planet's orbit. Scan the array.
Yeah, and you could do the scimitar on your own. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. Just give me a couple of hours. I'll take it down. A couple of hours and some shield generators.
First Admiral, the planet is protected by some sort of steron radiation blanket. The satellites aren't generating the blanket, so it must be coming from the surface. We won't be able to beam an away team through it from orbit, but we should be able to get a shuttle through if we shut down the satellite array.
Find a way to shut down the satellites. Sir, I'm detecting incoming drones of an unknown configuration heading our way. Our scans of the satellites must have alerted them. They are powering up weapons. We will need to deal with them before we can launch a shuttle. Not to mention, they could warn their command of our presence. Alert! Engage the enemy. Bye-bye fighter drones.
Drones.
Now, are these actually drones, or are they actually fighters?
They're escorts.
Reskinned?
Well, they're supposed to be Borg enhanced drones, because as you've been reading the story, and you'll find out in a few moments, the Romulan general who's basically starting this military movement, is using Borg tech. So.
And I thought I was the one giving out hints. Oh, so many misses! I love the missing animation.
Yep. Chris Menard, who did all the miss stuff, he's actually the effect artist in the game. He does a great job. Really good guy. So, Chris, if you hear this podcast, good work, dude.
Good work. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
There seems to be some sort of shielding array protecting the planet from any deeper scans or transporter locks. I believe these satellites are part of the shielding array. Shall I launch a probe?
Yes, let's launch a probe. I think that's...
All right.
It's actually my turn, I think.
Now, I wish there was some type of animation where you can actually launch a probe, but...
I would launch a probe. Let's launch a probe.
All right, I launched one.
Probe is away. It's penetrated the planetary shielding and I have atmospheric readings on the planet's surface. The air is breathable, but the weather is ugly. Looks like high winds and a snowstorm, sir. I don't think a shuttle can land in winds like these, but it should be able to get close enough to allow for a short-range teleport to the surface. The probe is also detecting Romulan lifeforms on the planet's surface. We will need to disable the satellites that orbit the planet before we can safely launch the shuttle.
Teleport. Understood.
Oh, you saw it again? Teleport? Okay.
Yep.
It'd be great if we actually add a find word replace feature, but...
Well, Kestrel said once she gets a spell checker, we get a spell checker, so we're holding it to that one.
Great. All right, so we're going to find
I may have a virus or two that can be uploaded to the central processing core and do the trick of taking them offline without setting off a red flag to anyone.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Upload the virus. Never hit the right keys. Ooh, I'm entering the orbit. It would be really cool if we could make like a planetary atmosphere map in space.
Yeah, that would be cool. We could probably do something where it's just a big nebula that we can, basically fly into a nebula. Lots of particles, though.
Make it so.
No, we could, but the problem is that that's a lot of particles you're talking about. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be pretty resource heavy for some people on their graphics cards. But yeah, I mean, it's doable.
Make it so.
Oh, this is me, huh?
Yeah.
I will be monitoring this guy. He's brave, but he's going to stay on the ship. At least that's what I'm saying. I will be monitoring your progress from the bridge and awaiting Admiral Scriboli's arrival with the fleet. Shut down the transport inhibitor and the gateway shielding so we can eliminate this threat once and for all.
Understood.
This is a captain giving a commander giving orders to at least the admiral.
Well, you are reporting to Starfleet Intelligence right now, so you were actually working for Starfleet Intelligence. So yes.
Aye, but we're still outrank him.
And he's relaying information from Admiral Scriboli. So
he and Admiral Scriboli have a special relationship.
actually, if you notice, he does call Laura at the beginning. So
Yeah.
I kind of hinted that there's something there. Maybe in part 2 you find out what's going on.
Oh.
Mm.
Is there a romance, a love interest?
A little chicky bow bow.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I know there was something that you said in this mission somewhere. There was a chat somewhere. What was it? But it was something that really shouldn't be allowed. Tut tut. Not about the profanity filter.
Wow.
Essential skin or whatever it was, the Romulan world, the slaves. The guy was basically his sales pitch on the women.
Yeah, basically.
Another very different environment here. I love it.
That was part of my goal too. Is again, remember, sweeping epic adventure, lots of different environments, color palettes.
Mm. Communications from your shuttle. Vice Admiral, we will hold. No, sorry, Captain. We will hold here for as long as we can. The winds are really taking us for a rough ride, and I'm not sure how long we can hold our position. Order shuttle to return to ship. Aye, aye. And
So-
good luck, sir.
When I told Al that I was making a mission, he's like, "Well, if it's good enough, we can put it in the game. If we do put this in a game as a mission, I want to do a couple things. Like, I want to take a shuttle down from your ship and have a mini game. So you're actually looking in your shuttle, like on the cutscene that you just saw in the last episode. But do it like in Aliens, where you have to fly through a narrow tunnel because there's wind vortexes. So you have to actually pilot your shuttle through this, basically like that game that we did when you have to go around the sun, to do your time.
Yeah.
So do
in
that.
the
You have to
Division
call-
series, to hit the
Exactly.
to go back.
So that'd be kind of cool.
That would be amazing. Can you tell them to do that for our missions too? I'm sure I've got 1 or 2 missions lying around. Add that in. just hire us. That's all good. I like the positioning where you've put people here. Oh wait, hold on. Can I break the mission?
Are you gonna jump
Where's
off?
he off to?
Can I do what you did on mine?
You'll respawn
yeah.
somewhere else. You can
Will
jump
I?
off, yeah.
Oh no, because I won't die.
Well, the problem with yours, that's right. So
No,
maybe
Baz,
you can
don't,
die.
don't. Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
yeah.
was close.
Cliffs are bad. We discovered that the other day.
Yeah.
I did put some
Alright.
invisible walls around here, but I may have not placed them close enough.
No, that's the problem I had with mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
Cryptic to
Did
fix
you
that.
jump? I told you to jump. You couldn't get out either, could you?
No.
Yeah.
See, I
Well, at
remember
least we've-
doing.
yeah.
I remember doing one of those Scan 5 planet missions, and there was this sort of like a dip in the map, like a valley sort of, and I fell into it, and then I couldn't get out at all.
See, now that's why being a Cation.
Those little, I don't know if you guys have that commercial where you're from, and I doubt it, but there's a commercial we have here where an old lady falls and she's got like a little necklace that's like an alarm where she can call people. And the tagline is, "Help, I've fallen, but I can't get back up." So now here's an Easter egg that I put in the game. If you guys know your Trek lore, you go up by this glowy piece.
Ooh. So this rock structure is pure Calvanite, which naturally interferes with our tricorders. If the planet has many of these mineral formations, it would be a massive tactical advantage to any outpost built here. That's cool.
So that was from Star Trek Enterprise, one of the Xindi missions.
Yeah. Shrivel up.
I'm still dribbled up because I'm so awesome.
Kill the medics first. That's all I'm saying. And don't aggro.
All I gotta say is I wasn't the one that died in the Klingon hallway.
Failure on mine.
That's because no one covered me.
Mhm.
Engineer. I hadn't had time to set up my traps.
Hey, I was doing that one.
Aww. These
Hey,
jamming
this is my
devices-
show. You won't be invited on next time.
These jamming devices seem to be a hybrid of Borg and Romulan technology. I've never seen anything like it. Too bad we don't have time to further study this technology. So with those jammers taken out, my tricorder readings show a large power source to the north of us. If my readings are right, it could be an underground bunker of sorts. If we get a little closer, I should be able to receive a better scan or find an entrance.
It's Bazag.
Okay. What kind of power source? Because I think it's actually a mega power source, but I'll just want to confirm it.
I am not sure. There is still a large amount of interference at this distance. Perhaps if we got a little closer to the source, I could get a better reading. Okay. Investigate new signal. Should we go around them, or should we go straight through them?
I'm
we
going to go
can just
straight
take-
through them. I'm a tactical. So
There
that's what we
are
do.
patrols over there, by the way. So if you go around them, you're not doing yourself any favors.
I'm scanning a large underground bunker of sorts, but there is still too much interference. It must be too deep underground for my trigos to get a good reading. But there is something definitely down there. Grammar point, there is definitely something down there. Maybe
Okay.
there is an entrance we can find. Sorry, it's just I'm a grammar Nazi. I'm
No,
so
you're
sorry.
right. You're right. Hey, I make pictures that move for a living, so grammar is not my job.
You don't do the talky things.
That's right.
And I bet you placed these guys all over, didn't you? So that if we killed two of them, we're actually aggroing 2 or 3 groups at the same time.
I wasn't that bad.
Oh,
There is a
good.
booby trap up here. Oh, I died. How the hell did I die?
No, don't, just leave him. Leave him. Leave him to freeze. Leave him for the dogs. Oh, there are dogs, aren't there? I forgot.
Yes, there are ice beasts.
Ice beasts.
You guys want to set off a booby trap? I did this to be evil. It's over here.
Yeah. Booby
You
traps.
can.
Oh, you got to kill the dogs first.
If you walk across, like, is it a waypoint that if you walk across it, you? People
Well, I
beam
was
in?
gonna stick. I'll show you in a second what I did.
These are tough things. It's like a JJ monster, just smaller and cuter.
Well, that was
think
a
that's actually-
captain level mob. So
Mm.
All right. So originally I had somebody in here, so it would actually attract your attention even more, but I took him out. So basically,
What's
you're
that?
looking for an elevator, and it kind of looks like an
Yeah.
elevator, but all these dudes beam in when you get close.
Go, Horta, go! Horta to the rescue! Hortas do some serious damage, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do. Save them for the
I'm
Borg.
convinced.
yeah, well, you know it. Your hoarder didn't even get anywhere near him.
I know, they're too slow. Such a shame. Poor Horta. Oh, no, they're going after the other guys. Ooh, there's a Slayer on. What's that? Die. Oh dear.
So if I was making this mission as a dev, you notice the little buildings that's built into the cliff. I'd have like ships basically docking, landing on top, and things like that.
Oh, those look cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hadn't noticed those. That is seriously awesome. Wait, this is the same map as I used, isn't it?
Yeah, you just didn't see it. Again,
Yeah.
Easter
so-
eggs.
no,
you gotta
no,
look
I mean,
around.
no, I mean this is the thing that in my latest mission. Except I'm up on that cliff. and then you fall. So you fall down everywhere on this map.
Oh, okay.
Tell them to fix this map.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things on this map too that are broken. Like there's floating rocks and stuff, which we can't do anything about. Impressive work so far. Now see if you can find the control room and the console to shut down the transporter inhibitor before Admiral Scabroli arrives with the cavalry. Steal out.
Cavalry.
Cavalry.
Calvary.
Well, it fits with his accent. He does talk good. So I hope everyone that's watching this is enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it.
Watching? I thought it was just us playing.
We should do this more often, guys. We should maybe do this weekly.
Oh wow!
Stream it.
That would be a good podcast.
Wow! I
And
never
then we
thought
can
of
put it on YouTube as well, and just like
You guys,
people would
you're
watch
geniuses. Or as Commander Steele would say, you guys are geniuses.
it with 3 S's. Is that too much? I believe I can override it.
Because we have no boffs, but basically your boff, if you have an engineer, she'll open the door for you.
Make it so. Crosswire the door hydraulics.
The Yukon has joined us in orbit. We have your back, Vice Ad. Well, whatever your rank is. Whoever you are.
Understood.
Okay,
Vice Admiral,
I'm catching up to you.
I'm picking up life form readings now. They're Romulan and Borg. Sir, what are the Romulans doing with the Borg?
I don't know. Let's find out.
It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn. Hey.
Oh,
No, it's my turn. You chose the last one.
Okay.
I don't know, but let's find out. Okay, clicking that. If they are using Borg drones, I'm not sure how they're keeping them in check. The whole base should be assimilated. Something isn't right. Keep alert.
Assimilated.
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 Assimilated. Fix it.
Hello, Mr. Sub Commander. That's how about you go die now?
Romulans are so impolite. They don't do as they're asked. Even, aren't they supposed to look after their guests?
My favorite part of this map is I come up here and snipe. Now, where did they get Vulcan spice tea? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they are related, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, I love Squeak. I want to talk to Squeak. I like Squeak. Oh, there's still more Romulans, damn it.
Well, you can do
Die.
Squeak's voice. How about that?
Should I just talk to Squeak whilst you guys finish up? Okay.
Well, you can repeat
Federation.
I'm slowly melting here. There we go. I'm okay.
Federation, here, my
Okay, there's
lobes.
this sheep.
Hmm?
No, never mind. I just
Okay.
like the items on the force field. The imagery comes with.
It's cool. Isn't that the one of the Deferi ones?
I believe so, yeah.
Federation,
Just one of our-
here, my lobes. If you could just be so kind to turn off this force field and provide safe passage back to the Federation, my brother Omar will shower you in latinum. Yes, yes.
I think you're the only one that has the pop-up box, so go ahead and choose what you want.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've got it. How did you come to be in your situation? That was
My
my
brother.
That was your Section 31 dude.
My brother put me in charge of a cargo run to the system. We were told to wait for the Romulans at a precise location in the far edge of the system, but I wanted to see what they were doing with all the supplies they've purchased from us. After all, information is often latinum in the rough. I quickly found myself surrounded by Romulan ships and ended up here. Help Squeak, and he will pay back his debt to you.
Now, do we agree to help to free the Ferengi, or do we tell the Ferengi he got what he deserved?
Well,
you
his
guys.
only crime was being inquisitive, which isn't too bad for a Ferengi.
Or are you a member of the dark side?
Yes, but I want to pretend I'm a light side. So I'll go with agree.
So agree to free the Ferengi.
Thank you, Federation.
If you find yourself in the need of, if you find yourself in the need, it should be without take away the.
If you find yourself in need of hard-to-find items, you now have a lifetime discount from my trade houses. My trade house.
I don't have a pop-up, so
Stay tight.
believe,
stay tight. We will beam you out when it's safe.
And he's actually smiling for once. Wow.
well, you can make him go home. He's happy. All right. Do you guys have Scriboli up on your screen? I do.
Yep.
I do.
Okay.
Yes. Nicely done so far. Oh, I better get my female voice. Nicely done so far, Captain. USS Yukon and your detachment of the 5th Fleet have joined your ship in orbit and will secure your exit route. The transporter inhibitor appears to be almost down. Perhaps there is another console in the base that needs to be deactivated. We also need more information on what the Romulans are doing with the Borg technology so that we can justify a response for these crimes. See if you can either capture the base commander, find data logs, anything that could provide Starfleet with some intel on this dire situation. What the Romulans are doing here is a catalyst for war, and the upper brass will want proof that Scylla is behind this.
Understood.
Understood.
Hello, Captain PFDennis. He just joined us. He's fashionably late. Very fashionably late. Right, I hope you guys brought me modulators.
I just equipped mine.
Good.
Although now you can replicate them on the ground.
Can we?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
that's
open up
cool.
your inventory. Have a look.
I did not know that. Oh dear. Here they come. I'm going to die. Pimpkane! To the rescue. Oh, he's adapted. Like leper. Where are they? Why are Borg dropping Cali foul?
Well, at least it's
Oh,
Romulan
they're
Califal.
I gotta remodulate. Yeah, makes sense in the story-wise that it's Romulan.
Oh, that's true. See, the game is reacting. Wow. You don't get that anywhere else.
Actually,
Foundry's
I changed
alive.
each costume to be Romulan, so that wasn't luck. All right, so here's the database. I'm accessing
Oh,
it.
this is not good. They're clones. Enhanced Romulan
Okay,
soldier.
I'm just told. So,
Oh,
They're standing next to a
that was
Tharon.
fun. Yeah. Can I just respawn inside the wall? Well, there we go. These light lerpers are actually really cool. I haven't used them for a while.
Well done, people.
Whee!
Yay!
And I only died once.
Just gotta wait for the game to recognize we're out of combat. There we go. Good work, Vice Admiral, or whatever rank you are, because I have no idea.
Just say Admiral as a safe bet.
Actually, what I hate when it says Admiral, lower thirds, blah. I mean, it's like, tells you a whole family tree.
They don't
That should just be
anymore. It's
Admiral.
really good.
Oh, really? I
Changed
didn't
it.
notice that.
Yeah.
That's good. They need to. Now see
It's
if you can
updated
find the
maybe.
console. Now see if you can find the console for the planetary shielding. If you can shut that down, I can beam down with support team.
Understood.
Understood. And
I think it
happens
still
to be
does it
right
in the
here.
Foundry. You know how it's I think they still do it in the Foundry where it says Rear Admiral upper half, because
I thought fixed it.
no, I noticed it in the main game, but not in the not. In, I don't know about the Foundry because you can only put down, rank, and then it
Yeah.
will spew out. I'm sure I
Right.
saw it
It's
say.
a token, basically.
Yeah.
It reads your. But they just need to make that token just read Admiral instead of lower half. So okay, we have some
Those
Mako's beat down. Can't wait till we get the Mako costumes in, so I can actually make them
Yeah.
Oh,
more
yes.
Mako-y. All right, so I'm back.
Okay,
aren't I?
so we've got
The planetary shielding is weakened, and it's not down. There must be some sort of override. You will have to find the power source and take it out. Your crew is analyzing the situation now from orbit. The room you are in seems to be a cloning birthing lab. Our scans show Romulan life readings, all swarmed with Borg nanoprobes. Are these Romulans trying to engineer a new form of Borg? It's sheer butchery of science and offense against all humanity. How foolish and arrogant are these Romulans to think they can tinker with Borg technology with it like this? The Borg are disease on a galactic level, and no one is safe until they are completely eradicated. Takes a
I'm
cigar, puts it in
guessing
his
he
mouth.
had a. I'm guessing he had a bad experience when he was younger.
Yes.
Some nasty Borg came along and did things to him that he didn't like and didn't ask for.
yeah.
All right, got Scriboli up.
Let's get the planetary shielding down, and we'll erase this mistake from orbit. We have the site targeted and a torpedo bombardment ready.
Understood. You say that a lot, don't you?
You understand lots of things in this particular mission.
That's true. We're very smart people.
Who wants to be the generic dude up there with the fleet and commanding a ship?
Admiral.
Mr. Vulcan guy.
Captain Ceylon of the USS Hampshire. We are picking up strange power readings from the temporal gateway. It seems to be powering up. It would be logical to assume someone or something is planning on using it.
Oh, that's interesting. Someone breaks into your communication. What wonders we are forging here for the glory of a once-thought-dead empire. Like the legionary phoenix of the Earth's mythology, the Romulan Star Empire will rise from the ashes and will reward the Federation for all their so-called help. Disparity and destruction will be your just payment, and I, General Thul San, will watch you suffer.
She's got some attitudes and some issues.
This was another oh shit moment.
All right, so whose turn is to decide what we want to do?
I think it's Galactrix' turn, isn't it?
Okay,
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's deny her accusations.
okay. Denying.
Your words
Oh,
fall
she's
on
not
deaf
happy.
ears. The Federation and Vulcan Academy of Science staled
Stalled.
in their...
Stalled.
Yeah, it should be double
Add
L.
another L.
Double L.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vulcan Academy of Science stalled in their efforts to provide a solution for our peril, and for too long we have succumbed to the events that destroyed our homeworld, our way of life. It will take a vision to bring back what once was the great Romulan Star Empire, and if the Tal Shiar and Empress Sela lack the nerve to use whatever methods we need to regain what was lost, someone will. I am that person. Revenge is my motivation. With the backing of a handful of estates and select military and Senate figures, we have found the design and means to recover our past. By tapping into Borg temporal and cybernetic technology provided by the Omega particle, we will rewrite history. A history where where Romulus is thriving and the rest of the Alpha Quadrant cringe from our very shadow. Bioengineered clone armies are just an element that forge a weapon of revenge, my dear Vice Admiral.
Cut transmission.
Cut our transmission.
Yeah, well, he's sort of a weird lady.
Not so good.
She's got issues. That's all I can say. Okay, here are some
Is she
trans-basic
based on someone
detonators.
else that you know?
That's not one of my exes. Actually, you know what? It may have been subconsciously my XXX. So.
XXX. So that's a whole other story.
Yeah, okay. We gotta keep this on APG. Anyways, keep going here. Your engineering team believe there should be 2 Borg magnetron, whatever that word is, phase inducers out in the hallway, and you will need to plant these on them. Once you take out the energy, take them out, an energy feedback loop should start up, and not only do a nice redecoration of this base, but should also take down the shielding so our ships can perform their orbital strike. You need to take the detonators.
You are a pitiful and narrow-minded servant of the Federation. You think you really have won? With this technology fueled by Omega particles, I will rewrite my people's history.
The Federation did everything in its power to save your home world, and even today we offer our open hand to your empire. So many of our humanitarian efforts are only met with plasma fire or arrogant refusal. What you have done here is an abomination to everything the Federation stands for. We have already discovered the illegal experimentation of Borg technology by both the Remans and the Romulans, but tapping into the Borg technology as you have will only release a cancer upon the Alpha Quadrant. You actually think you can keep this Borg technology in check? It has been tried before, lady, and failed. You are opening Pandora's box here, and everyone will pay the price.
Let's try diplomacy. Yes.
Okay, we're attempting with diplomacy.
Spare me your lies, Federation. Your words are meaningless and hollow. Not even the minded.
Should be the weak and minded. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird to say. Not even the weak-minded Silo is foolish enough to trust your motives.
Oh, we got some fun here.
He invited some people to say hello.
That Gorn dude is just scary.
Okay, that Gorn. Yeah. Okay, though he went down fairly quickly.
Yeah, quite cool.
I've heard it does that in
Good,
the
we got
SCFC.
Makos on our side. All right, so we got to destroy the power converters. Now, based on Kirkfat's notes he sent me, I did make this step 1, step 2, but when I did it, I made a mistake here, which I will fix. That shouldn't disappear like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't disappear like that, so I have to fix that.
I think that was happening when I reviewed it as well, wasn't it?
No, it doesn't. It should do it now. Everything blows up. You did it. There's a huge power spike going into the base's fusion generators. This place is about to go boom. So I recommend we do an emergency beam out.
It go boom.
Boom.
I love this fire wall asset. It's lovely. I've used it a couple of times.
Scriboli's up.
Oh, there.
Ooh.
Vice Admiral, we could use your help up here. A craft of unknown design flew into the temporal gate a moment ago. We tried to get a tractor beam on it, but had some sort of shielding. Now a large temporal rift has been torn open, and I'm reading massive incoming Borg transwarp signatures.
We have a lock on your signal, sir. Things are getting pretty hot up here. The temporal gate opened up a rift, and Borg ships are pouring through.
Emergency beam out.
I wish I had a temporal Borg asset I could put up there, but all I have is my imagination.
Doop 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 ba doop boop
Last map, almost done.
Cool music.
That's exactly what we need on these
Elevator
loading
music
screens.
before map.
Oh dear.
Orbital scans
Already
show
put
massive
down.
planet-side explosions.
I believe the Romulan base is completely destroyed. So I'm showing multiple incoming transport signatures. Change that to signatures. Understood.
I got
Tactical
stuck on
arm,
something.
all weapons, shields up. Oh,
Wow.
dear.
I haven't
I'm
played
lagging
this with a full group.
seriously.
Yeah, we all are. I have not tried this with a full group like before. There's a lot of mobs.
Yeah, beam
Alright.
fire at will is just going crazy. There's
Yeah.
so many mobs.
Sorry everyone on the live stream watching because I crashed into a planet and you couldn't see anything.
You did the Deanna Troy. Did you put
She
the
was actually
counselor at the
a-
helm of the ship?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna blow up. That's gonna kill me. Not quite. Brace for impact is a good thing. Who knew that bracing
You can
for
see
impact
one reason why
would, like,
I can be only one player doing this instead of a group.
who knew that like bracing for like having everyone adopt the brace position would stop so much damage to your hull?
Yeah, the ship blowing up. Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably remember that when we're on planes. Just pay attention to it. It might stop it from blowing up.
All right,
You know,
so the
if
first wave got
balls
defeated.
walk out and kill you.
I just died.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Well, I got my pop-up, so you guys get the pop-up from Scriboli?
No,
Bring it
because
down.
I'm still being attacked.
I just did.
Okay.
I can
What?
continue attacking if you want to, or read it.
You can go on.
Oh,
I'll just
you need-
I'll clean this up.
Yeah. You need to follow the Romulan vessel through the portal before it collapses. Destroy the Omega particle source and prevent any temporal incursions. Quickly, we'll hold the Borg and cover your approach.
So go for it. Fly through the non-existent temporal opening that's up there because we don't have the asset. There you
Awesome
go.
Tomorrow. That is a cool name.
Sir, we're being bombarded with tachyon pulses. Reinforcing shields now. Brace yourself. We are going through.
To be continued.
And that is part one. I'm just going to warp out.
Excellent.
Well, we can continue fighting if we want to.
You can, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Very tempting, actually. I might just go take on this tactical cube because our little ally is dying, so I might just go help him out. But no, seriously, excellent mission.
Yeah, I love
Well,
it.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what gave you the idea of the storyline for this mission?
Basically, I borrowed from a bunch of big Star Trek movies. I mixed basically J.J. Abrams, which I know some people love or hate. I mixed my favorite Trek movie, which is First Contact, and then Nemesis, the whole cloning thing that the Romulans did. So that was the idea. And again, the scope, the whole goal was to build something that was, like reliving one of the big epic movies. So, in part two,
I think it worked.
give me.
Yeah, I
It's- I
definitely
mean,
got that feel.
There's some things I wish we could do in Foundry which we can't. But it feels good. Like for instance, I talked about this when you guys interviewed me on the other podcast. But I would love to actually be able to do variables.
On the
Right.
other podcast.
Yeah, that's what I wanted as well. Variables,
Yeah,
so that you can
variables.
carry over
Yeah.
decisions to other missions.
Yep. Like for instance,
Or even in the
Squeak-
same mission.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
just gets
'cause you
written to your
can't do
character. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you go to another map, right? Even in the same mission, I don't know if that person decided to save Squeak or not, but if you save Squeak, you can read that variable, which I used a ton when I made stuff for Neverwinter. They would read off your character, and then Squeak would be there, right? You would just unhide him. I really want to have more epic stories where your decisions can either build, relationships with NPCs so they help you out during the storyline, or maybe they even can die based on what you do, right? That's what I think is so really powerful about Mass Effect is the, you believe that you have a crew and you believe in that they're, you believe in their stories, and they can die if you make bad decisions or bad choices in the game, or you could piss them off and they can, they'll leave your party, and it's just, we're lacking that right now. Yeah, and I really hope we get that. I talked to D'Angelo about it, and he seemed very interested in it. So we'll see what happens.
I like that you've named some of these ships as well. I mean, you've got the Yukon and the Oakland. I mean, not all of them are, but you've certainly gone through and named some of them, which is nice. And I suspect you've probably named more. It's just we don't see them because they've ranked up. Yeah.
Thank God for Star Trek Wiki. Yeah, I'm actually at the Admiral's office about to kick over his coffee cup.
Oh, right, okay, hold on.
I'm going to come over and do a ceremonial coffee cup.
We're getting comments in the chat room as well. Kirkfat says, great mission. Could use a little polish on those typos, but great job. For a first mission, it's really impressive, he says.
Thanks.
Is this actually your first mission, or have you published, test ones before?
This is my first mission. I mean, I make maps and stuff all the time in our game engine for our videos, but for trailers. But this is actually my first mission. But again, I've done a huge amount of modding in other games. So I've made modules in Neverwinter. I've made maps in Quake. It's one of the reasons why I actually. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm going to have to bow out. My internet is literally giving up on me right now. Server not responding. I can't log into anything.
No worries.
It has been so much fun. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, Cerberus.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for aggroing half the map there, buddy.
Oh, it's fun. My pleasure. Right, I'll bid you all a good night.
Take care.
Goodbye.
So, is that the actual end of the mission now? So, we don't have to talk to the guy at Starfleet Academy again?
That is the end of the mission.
Yeah, this is the end of part 1, but
we'll over his coffee cup.
Have to do part 2 sometime.
Yeah, is there any ETA on part 2?
I'm kicking around his one on my instance. We're in different instances.
Okay. You're Redwood, right? No,
yeah, I'm here.
I already kicked it. It's right here. I kicked it off.
Galactrix Redwood.
Aha. Oh well, I think that's a good point to end this. So, that was The Rising Phoenix by H2O Rat, and thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. It was a lot of fun, and like I said, on behalf of Cryptic and Perfect World, keep writing missions in the Foundry and keep knocking our socks off. It's a lot of fun.
That was episode 23 of Broadcast UGC. We are live every Sunday showcasing fantastic user-made missions. Join us in our live chat room and be a part of the experience at livestream.com/Cerberusfilms, or if you can't spell that, just go to starbaseugc.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Ciao. Or as Steele would say, see you later.
Bye, everyone.
Welcome to episode 18 of Bitesize UGC, where nothing worth doing takes more than 3 minutes. This week we reviewed a new mission authored by one of Perfect World's own.
That's right. Our review tonight is on The Rising Phoenix Part 1 by H2O Rat, an ambitious first foray into the Foundry. Let's begin with story. You are sent on a mission by an admiral in Starfleet Intelligence to discover the whereabouts of a missing operative and his ship sent into Romulan territory.
The story is interesting because it explores the impact of Borg technology on the Romulan and Reman front after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld. The plot seems plausible and convincing. Overall, the story was creative and enjoyable. We gave the story 4 out of 5 stars.
Now on to map design. For a Foundry beginner, these maps were full of detail that we don't usually see in a first attempt. There were quite a few maps in this mission, and while they all appeared to have been carefully created, we did not think all the transitions were necessary to move the story along.
Some of the maps were really nice, especially the map with Ferengi, slave girls, and a Klingon warlord's outpost. I appreciated many of the additional details, like weather and sky effects. However, some of the objects could have been better placed to avoid map collision. I would also recommend that the author use fewer maps and concentrate on really polishing item placement. We gave map design 4 out of 5 stars.
On to tech. Again, H2O Rat started off with a few more advanced Foundry tricks, like the intermap warp effect. Other than that, most of the triggers and effects were tried and true standards. There were plenty of those.
It's obvious that the author is struggling with the limitations of the Foundry, and I appreciated his attempts to give players choice, especially when it came to diplomatic options. However, there are a few spots where tech could be improved, from the placement of respawn points to a clearer use of beacons in space. I spent an incredible amount of time pressing M to figure out where to go next. Tech got 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Last but not least, difficulty. The combat in this mission was a mixed bag. It ranged in difficulty from manageable to fatal. The space combat was fairly easy, but occasionally when faced with an ambush, you'll find yourself hitting the respawn button a few times.
While the space combat in this mission seemed challenging but doable, the final sequence of ground combat, especially on the Romulan base, was absolutely brutal. Difficulty got 3 out of 5 stars.
And now the Bitesize Breakdown for the Rising Phoenix Part 1.
Support the Foundry by playing this mission for yourself.
This has been Bitesize UGC.